Hi, my name's Holly, and I'm the Director of Recruitment and Engagement at Hunter Ambrose International, and I'm here with Lower Umpqua. We've got quite a few of us here to talk about the Director of Rehabilitation Services position, joined by the CEO. We've got the Director of HR, and then we've also got some of the rehab department here. So I'll let everyone kind of go around and introduce themselves.
Okay, so I'm John Chivers, the CEO.
I'm Holly Tavernier. I'm the Director of Human Resources.
I'm Kat. I'm a physical therapist.
And I'm Mallory. I'm an occupational therapist.
Perfect. Holly, why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about the organization as a whole?
So Lower Umpqua Hospital is a critical access hospital located on the Oregon coast. We're about 5 minutes from the ocean, licensed for 20 beds, and we serve a population of about 8,000, although right here in Reedsport, there's about 4,000 people who live right here directly. We have a variety of services. We're a small hospital, about 215 on average employees between on-call, part-time, full-time, and we have unique things to us, like, we hospital-owned EMS. We have a very, very busy ER and some clinics attached to us, so we're busy.
Awesome. And John, we're very blessed to be joined here by you, the CEO. What can you share with us about living in the community and anything about the area?
Well, Holly told you the size. It's a really great community. The environment, the climate, everything about it. It's a destination for recreation. So we have a lot of people coming here that are on vacation. So that kind of makes it a fun town. There's plenty to do, plenty of good places to eat. I love it here. I came back here. I left. I came back.
Awesome. And so, since everyone's active, there's definitely a need for a strong rehabilitation services team. I'm sure you see lots of people coming in with all kinds of outdoor injuries. So, Kat, why don't you tell me a little bit about the department as a whole? Kat's actually the interim director of rehabilitation services. Her passion, I understand, is patient care. So she's going to be transitioning back to that physical therapist role. So tell me a little bit about the department.
So our department, we have 4 PTs, 2 occupational therapists, and we have on-call speech therapy, which is in-house twice a week. We have a primarily outpatient setting, mostly orthopedic for PT. We also serve acute care and swing bed patients in the hospital. We have a SNF contract with the skilled nursing facility on site, and we do pool therapy as well. So we have a little bit of everything. So like a normal day for us is like maybe about like 70% outpatient, and we'll go up and see patients in the hospital. 30% of the time kind of fluctuates. We're really busy right now. We have about 7 people on caseload. So just being able to be dynamic and having your day changes, being able to flow with that is a big part of our process. We're a young, energetic, collaborative group. It's a really fun place to be. We've had mostly travelers come in and stay on permanently, almost all the staff. So we love it here. It's fun. It really is a happy place. And you see that in the patient outcomes.
The position we're recruiting for, the director, they will be involved in patient care as well, which I think is kind of unique and really awesome. Great opportunity for everyone, like you said, to be collaborative in that space. Mallory, you're an OT. If you want to tell me a little bit about your role and your experience, and maybe later you guys can give us a little surprise of your other coworker.
So like Kat mentioned, we have 2 OTs. So specifically, I'm certified in lymphedema therapy, and I also do wound care. So that's my primary focus right now. Our other OT, she does the orthopedics, she does a little bit of pediatrics, she does all the upstairs stuff right now. I pop in and help out when I can, but my caseload is pretty busy. Usually me alone, I carry between 15 and 25 patients on my outpatient caseload at a time. And I schedule 1 person an hour. So my scheduling is a little bit different than PT just because my treatments take a little bit longer. But I love it. Lower Umpqua has afforded me the opportunities to get both of the specialty certifications that I have. And I've been here for almost 4 years now. So super happy and grateful for it here. I think, like Kat said, we are just a big family, and it really does show. And like, we have a lot of fun here, but we also get the job done.
Yeah,
So
best of both worlds.
yeah.
You were one of the examples of someone, you were a traveler, is that correct?
Yes.
From New York, and now you're permanent resident.
Yeah. So there's, I mean, how many of us now? I think that says a lot about this community and this, place specifically. Because I mean, I traveled for like 5 or 6 years before I came here. And then I was like, all right, they got me. And then my partner actually works here too. He's a physical therapist. So, I mean, we've had people from all over. I mean, from Michigan, New York,
Utah.
Connecticut, Utah. We're all from all over the place, and we're all here and I think that says a lot about the community and about the facility in general.
Absolutely. Yeah. And maybe your four-legged friend in the rehab department has a little something to do with it.
Yes. I mean, our therapy dog, she is an Australian Shepherd. She is great. She is our best therapist. She's down here. She's on the call. She's just a little camera shy right now. So she's been in the clinic for a little over a year. And it really helps with just like the overall atmosphere for patients and for staff. So it's really special.
Awesome. Holly or John or either of you two, if you would care to share a couple attributes that you would ideally want this candidate and future teammate and probably friend to have.
So I'll start out just briefly. I've been here almost 6 years, and so just to see the department develop where it was when I first got here, which was mostly travelers, and like they said, to see them come and just be part of the hospital district and be part of the environment and the community. I mean, Mallory has got involved with a jiu-jitsu group that she's very passionate about a lot of things outside of work, and she's built like some really great friendships. When you move from another state, that's really hard to do sometimes, and she's really made these like really wonderful friendships, which keeps her here. And like she said, her partner maybe he was on the fence about staying here a little bit, so I should have probably given her a little bonus to keep him, because she's like, well, I'm signing, you can do what you want, you know what I mean? So he's at home, but it's just such an amazing example of, it's like you kind of have to get that almost like that site visit feel where you walk in and you're like, oh, okay, no, we may not have the brand new state-of-the-art equipment that some places have, but we have it's a nice gym. It's a clean gym. It's very well maintained, and they take care of the patients and the equipment. And, it's just they really, really care about patients. And I can hear them down the hall talking to patients, a lot of them elderly. And there's been times where it's made me tear up a little, I'll be honest. Bob in particular, I hear him, he talks, some people have hearing, difficulty, and it's just the way he talks to people is just so, it's just kind of a beautiful thing, really. Very respectful, really interested in their healing, sharing their successes. And I hear it in the hallway, and it's just such a feel good just to know that they're not doing that because they think anyone's listening. That's truly how they feel about their patients, and it comes through a lot. So I don't get to hear Mallory in her lymphedema room, but I'm sure I will hear the same thing.
Yeah. John, what about you?
So, the position you already heard is kind of hands-on, so that's an important role. We have this great staff that we want to keep them happy. I think we have a really great culture there. We have a great culture in our whole organization, but it's really important to maintain that. And then the person really needs to be a relationship builder, not only with other managers, but referral sources, providers, people in the community. You got to treat it like a business, like you own it and love it and want to make it grow. So that's what I'm looking for.
I know that you had mentioned outside of work, you do a lot of activities. We'll close with talking about how active you all are in the community, if you want to share a little bit.
Well, last year, one of our PTs, he competed in Ironman triathlon competitions and talked a few of us into training and competing in the Oregon half Ironman.
Oh my gosh.
So that's an extreme. That's not something we normally do.
I did not do that.
But we have like a lot of we have one therapist who is an avid runner. He's training for a 100-mile race right now. Valerie can talk about a little bit of her like unique hobbies.
Yeah, so I train jujitsu. I actually compete in jujitsu, and I just got my blue belt last year. So I love that. And so I travel around Oregon and compete in different competitions. I try to get everybody else to do it, but it's not for everybody. But I love it so much. But what else? One of our therapists just had a baby, so we all have a new little nephew.
And the area is just so beautiful. Like if you like anything outdoors, hiking, the beaches are empty down here. If you go north in Oregon, they're jam packed. And I went to the beach yesterday, and the only other person I saw out there was my coworker running. Yeah, there's so many trails, and you can go inland, and there's mountains not too far away. It's like, you can kind of get a little bit of everything down here.
Yeah.
So it's like the best undiscovered place on the coast still.
It sounds like it. Well, awesome, you guys. Thanks so much for sharing and for joining me. If you're interested in this position, it is a great opportunity with a very tight-knit team and organization in general from John down. You can email me at recruiter@hunterambrose.com and we can get the ball rolling. Thanks, you guys.